people, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, and thank you so much for joining me. Please do like and subscribe, and to my returning subscribers, thank you so much guys for coming back. It is very much appreciated. Before I start, I just need to say this. So I'm currently in Airbnb and it is near a very busy road, so the background noise guys. I've tried to move around the Airbnb, but unfortunately this is the only spot that I thought is better, so I'm hoping that the background noise is not as much. Okay guys, so I'm currently stuck in Portugal. So I came to Portugal for a holiday which was supposed to be just 5 days, but I lost my biometric resident permit card, which we call it BRP in short, and the BRP basically proves my immigration status. So when I go back to the UK, I have to show this card at the border gate before I get to my flight, as well as when I get to UK, the border control. So because I don't have that, I cannot go back to UK. For those who don't know me yet, I am a South African that lives and works in UK, and I've been there for 18 months. And since moving to the UK, I have traveled around Europe. Okay, no, I've only been to about 10 countries in Europe. Portugal is my 10th country. I'm not a well-seasoned traveler, but I feel like I've got this traveling thing now, and I do most of my travels solo. For this one specifically, this holiday, so I started on the 24th. When I left UK, I went to France. I went to Paris in France for 2 days. And then from there, I came to Lisbon for 3 days, for 2.5 days. And then from there, I traveled to Algarve, which is also here in Portugal, for the Afro Nation. So I basically traveled for a groove. Guys, but the Afro Nation is actually a great experience. If you love Afrobeats and Amapiano, you should definitely do it once in your life. I'm saying once because now I wouldn't do it again. I wouldn't do it again. Not that it was bad, but I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. But Burna Boy was definitely a disappointment. So yeah. Anyway, so when I went to Algarve, I met up with my friends there, and we were all planning to do this Afro Nation thing. That's where I lost my BRP. So all my friends have gone back to the UK now, and I'm the only one left here. So the only other way for me to re-enter UK is to apply for a single entry visa. I have submitted my passport. Yesterday I went for my appointment to submit my passport. Guys, also another thing, the visa center here only opens from Wednesday to Friday, and they open from 8 to 2:30. So time is just limited with them, whereas in UK the visa centers are open Monday to Friday, 8 to 5, if I'm not even 6. I've been to a visa center at like 5:30. So yeah, I submitted my stuff yesterday, and when I was at the visa center, I met a guy who was also in the same situation as me. Oh, but we go guys, I actually felt a little bit better to know that I'm not alone in this thing. But I felt bad for him because he was still frustrated by the whole system, and he didn't upload his documents on the website. He didn't print the checklist that you have to print. So and he lost even his wallet, his phone, he lost his bank cards. He had to block his bank cards. He had to buy a new phone. Now I really felt bad for him, Shem, because when he was telling me his story, he doesn't have enough money to be in this country because he had to block some of his bank cards or major bank cards, and he can't open a new bank card because now he doesn't have an ID, he doesn't have his passport. Yes, for him. So I was trying to help him, and I'm telling him he needs to get something that proves his immigration, like his sponsorship or something, his employment contract. he can't get to his emails because he lost his phone, so he doesn't have a UK number now. He has a Portuguese number. I was just like, I think he actually submitted his application. I left him his application without the document with the reference number for his sponsorship, of which I think he should be fine, honestly, because if they see his BRP pictures, I think he didn't have pictures, but he had a document that he carried with himself, which that first document that you get from Home Office with your details, and it sort of has a copy of the BRP in there. He had that document, so at least I think he should be fine, honestly. He didn't have accommodation because he came from Algarve. He also slept at the airport. Now, guys, I slept at the airport because this is what happened to me, ne? So I booked everything Friday. I booked my Airbnb, my bus back from Algarve to Lisbon. I booked my appointment, so I was all set. But now, when I went to the bus station, there was just a lot happening. It was chaotic, but I didn't get to the bus. They just told us we need to claim the bus fare and book the next bus, because all the buses there now were fully booked. They were full, actually. There was no space. There was no space for me to go in. So I then went to the airport with my friends. That's when I tried to board the flight, and I couldn't board the flight, so I decided to just sleep at the airport, because now I wasn't going to pay for another accommodation when I'd already paid for accommodation here. So yeah, Naishem, he slept at the airport. He went with his friends to the airport, and I don't know what was his story, why he slept there, but guys, in this situation, money is also a problem. Money is also a problem, but my travel insurance is covering at least my visa cost, and at least this week's accommodation cost. It's definitely going to cover. But as from next week, if I'm still here, I'm gonna have to start paying from my pocket. Guys, and also I'm gonna say we, because I know a lot of people do the same thing, but when we book these trips, at least maybe with my friends, then I will go for the cheapest travel insurance. Cheapest, that's what we're gonna choose. In my case, what I look for is the hospital cover or the medical cover, because I am a cancer patient, though I'm in remission, but should anything happen, I always want to know that I'm not gonna have to fall into the system. I want to be able to see a private doctor and go to the private hospital. I don't want to be explaining myself, and also these countries, they don't speak English, so you just need to have the things in order. But this time around, the travel insurance that I took was a little expensive when I declared my medical conditions. So I did declare them, but I didn't declare the stoma part, because I live with a stoma bag. Because when I was declaring that part, it was just very expensive. I was like, no, I don't want to pay this much. So I decided that I was just going to declare that cancer, blah blah blah, and that's it. Now the situation where I actually need stoma bags, but it's fine. I figured it out. I'm gonna buy them. I had an option of getting someone couriering mine, but it's fine because I've figured it out how to get them here. So sharp. So and this travel insurance that I took, it's for the whole year, but I feel like I'm gonna change it now and just declare all my medical conditions, because trying to save sometimes doesn't really work, but at least it does cover a bit of my expenses. So I'm here and I really don't know what to do with my time. Yesterday I went to the beach. After I submitted my passport, I took a day trip outside of Lisbon, and I went to the beach. It was really beautiful. Today I didn't plan anything, but tomorrow I have to go somewhere, even if I just go for a spa or something. But I really need to get out of here. and I'm here now. And I was thinking, yes, with the guys, yes, sometimes then we do things and we don't think. Let me not say we. I do things and I don't really think much about them, because I was thinking, if I didn't save enough money for my summer trips, or if I didn't have like emergency funds, I'd be adult, because hey, a couple of months ago I was not really doing the adulting thing well. But if I didn't save, and if I didn't get paid on Friday, like what was I gonna do? What was I going to do? So it's very important to have emergency funds, very important to save for trips. At least this was my second trip for summer. I had my first trip early June, second trip, so I still had a little bit saved for my upcoming trips. I was like, okay, let's use this money, because this is what on Monday I was supposed to start on a new role in same firm, different office, different department, but still in assurance. And I couldn't, but thank God, at least my firm is very understanding. This guy that I met yesterday, he was telling me what his firm is more concerned about him coming back and doing the work than the fact that he's stuck in a foreign country and he doesn't know anybody and he's going through the situation, which can be traumatic, especially for someone who's never actually traveled before. And this was his first European trip. So I was telling my sister yesterday about this guy, and she was like, yo, that one will never travel again. And he was saying the same thing to me, that he's never doing this again. I'm like, oh man, don't let this one small thing that happened to ruin all your adventures. Now I have trips planned and I'm going. There's no way I would now be like, oh, I'm not going anywhere because of this experience. No, in fact, even now, I was planning that maybe I should just go to Spain, because I can go to Spain by bus. Bus is the only option, because when you fly, you need to present your passport, but when you use a bus, you don't have to present any documents, because it's a Schengen to Schengen, Schengen country to Schengen country, so you don't need to present anything. So I can take a bus. It's just that the bus is 8 hours to Spain, to Madrid. I checked Madrid to Madrid, and I was like, yo, that's too much. But if I don't get my visa, my passport tomorrow, I think over the weekend I will go. Maybe I can take a bus at like 8 p.m. tomorrow. Then I'll get to Madrid in the morning, book a place, and then explore Madrid. I've been to Barcelona, so maybe do Madrid and one coastal town. Anyway, guys, that's how I got stuck in this country. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed.